morning we're doing an office construction tour. We're getting a new office set up here for us, moving our showroom. Stay tuned guys, we're almost done. We've got probably about 2 weeks of work here. We're going to show you guys more once it's done. They should have knocked the whole thing down and done a brand new demolition excavation, done a brand new build. Sometimes you're just better off to tear the whole home down. And that's all part of our budget so that our clients are sitting at home, comfortably relaxing on the couch. They're not worried about any cost overruns. We're taking care of all of that.
The block wall is going to be continuous all the way from the ground floor all the way through the roof.
This morning we're doing an office construction tour. We're getting a new office set up here for us, moving our showroom. Right behind us, you'll see right there, plexcon construction. There we are. So we're going to go inside and have a peek and see what's happening inside. Once we get to the office, you're going to be met with 2 glass doors that are custom cut glass doors with CRL hardware. They've been ordered and this should be arriving this week. So we've got temporary plywood here, temporary hoarding, but this is going to be a nice, aluminum stainless steel type trim around the door and 2 glass doors with digital locks so you can come in. What's happening? So he's going to be painting over here. Yeah. How are you? Nice meeting you. Pleasure meeting you. Thank you.
Hey,
so,
how are you doing?
Hey, there you go.
Good to see you. Yeah, good.
So the process Ali is going to do is, because as you can see the floors, this is finished concrete. This is polished concrete. It's almost finished. We got to come back and do the final polish, final, sealer. So he's going to be covering all the floors with a roll throughout, and then he's going to start painting. The walls have already been primed once, so we're going to start rolling the paint. Now, when you come in, you've got basically some demo kitchens. We're still missing the uppers on those kitchens in the back. They're going to be in by the end of the week. We're going to get our countertops here very soon. And over on this side here, we're going to have basically a glass wall to form a small conference room on this side. So this is going to be a conference room with, if you want to have a small huddle, showroom is right over here. This wall is going to be our display feature wall. It's going to consist of all the displays of different samples, tiles, flooring, slabs, you name it, exterior siding. It's all going to be kind of laid out on this wall over here. You've got to have a nice fancy plexcon sign right over here where you see the wires that are sticking out. So a lot of the clients nowadays have been asking us about, getting nice integrated closets, because as this industry develops and evolves and gets better and better, people don't want to just do a shelf and rod in their multiplex. So we're moving away from this now and starting to do more custom closets. So we're going to have some of these on display. So when you come in here, this entire wall is going to be cladded with our exterior siding material and interior siding materials throughout this entire wall. So this door is going to be hidden. You will not be able to see this door unless you push, and then the door is going to pop up basically, and then you can go in. So that's a really cool feature. Continuing on this side, this is going to be our actual boardroom. So the entrance was the conference room. We've got our boardroom over here. It's going to seat 16 people. We're going to have 2 screens on display, 85-inch displays, 2 of them. And the clients are going to be sitting here with us, and we're going to be going through their plans, going through any ideas, inspirations. So literally, if I'm in the boardroom, I want to turn off the lights in the entire office, I can literally push a button. There's going to be 6 buttons, for example, here, and I can kind of control whatever we want to control in this office. We've also ran the power supply as well, right? A lot of things that people overlook, right? We've got a power source here, so when the boardroom table comes in play, this power source is going to connect to the boardroom, and then we can kind of plug in your laptops, power sources. You're not looking to the wall to kind of find, the power source. It's right there, right in the middle. And as we go to this side and back here, so continuation of the nice feature wall, which is going to consist of, all kinds of displays, all kinds of samples, all kinds of things that you guys can kind of select. So sometimes, for example, your flooring samples may appear differently with natural sunlight versus, pot lights. So you'll have all of that, all the clarity that you need, so you'll know exactly how your project is going to look like before it's completed. Now when you come to the back here, this is going to be our workspace area. Again, we're going to have a glass wall. We're going to have a lot of glass in this office. Here we're going to have our project managers, our PMs, our design team, etc. They're going to all be working out of here. And then we've got some more working space over on this side as well. 2 bathrooms. Again, this wall behind us that you guys will see, again, the doors are also going to be concealed. We're going to have another material here that's going to be covering the entire wall. Hidden door systems. We've got the nice hinges that are also hidden. So when the door is closed, you don't really know if the bathroom is here. It's just going to be cladded entirely. So even this drywall is going to be covered. The door is going to be covered with that cladding material. And you literally just push the door, go in, and it's a nice little touch we're giving to the office. Yeah, we're also going to have an island here. So we're going to have a center island so where clients can just sit down here. A lot of light's going to be coming in here, and you can just sit here, kind of, make your design decisions right here, directly from the space. And this feature wall, again, the continuation of that wall, this entire wall, you'll be able to pick samples for bricks or samples for vinyl siding, metal siding, tiles, countertops, flooring. It's all going to be splattered on the wall on both sides. So a lot of selection choices for our clients. One of the bathrooms is also a 5-piece bathroom with a shower, so our clients will now finally be able to see a shower on display as well. Stay tuned, guys. We're almost done. We've got probably about 2 weeks of work here. We're going to show you guys more once it's done. For some odd reason, we don't know why, and again, I want this on the record. Please put this on the video. I don't know why they decided to keep the structure. They should have knocked the whole thing down and done a brand new demolition excavation, done a brand new build. But what we're doing over here, even though the structure is really bad shape, we're doing a selective deconstruction of this project where we've taken down the roof, we've taken down a portion of obviously what we've done, and we're doing an addition in the back, which we're going to show you guys in a minute. But sadly to say, after doing the selective deconstruction of this project where we left the walls, as you guys can see here, and intact, the engineer came back and said these walls got to go. So now these walls are all going to unfortunately have to come out.
Yeah, so the engineer came out to site and doing an assessment, he found out the walls are not structurally sound.
Yeah.
There's too much work is required to actually salvage these walls, and the price and the cost effectiveness to do it is not comparable to just taking it down and building new walls. So discussing that with the client, and overall the consensus and the determined factor was just remove it and start again.
Yeah. On the inside, we've started the underpinning. We've done stage 1 of underpinning. We're going to get into stage 2 momentarily. We're going to pour the concrete, I think probably as early as this week. A lot of you guys don't know about this, but this is really interesting. What this home right here next to us, their sewer line was coming here to our property on the private side, and then from there it was joining with ours and then going to the city. So that's kind of strange, isn't it? So when we were digging our front porch, we damaged their sewer line in the process. Now, how would we have known that when we're digging over here, it's their sewer line? So we took care of it, we fixed it, so everything's all fixed. It's all brand new now. As you can see down there, it's brand new sewer line, because we're not changing theirs to kind of run theirs straight ahead. Their sewer line is still over here, but it's kind of just like whatever you see there is not ours, it's the neighbors next door, basically. Okay. So guys, we're at the back of the property now. We've done the excavation here. You guys can see there's shorings on the left and the right. And of course, at the back of the home, you can see the structure. You can see, right, the efforts that are being taken to do selective deconstruction here, it's a lot of effort. Like sometimes you're just better off to tear the whole home down. But anyhow, we're going to continue doing what we're doing. So stage 1 underpinning is done. Stage 2 underpinning is about to start over there soon. We've got a lot of water here as a result of the grading. If you look behind us, it's like almost like a hill in the behind us, right? But all the water, when it rains, all the water kind of comes down and it kind of piles up here. So we're pumping this water every day. Just didn't pump it today. Today's Monday. But you have to pump the water every single day here. Now, when we are going to do waterproofing here, when we do our footings and foundations here, we're going to ensure that we have proper waterproofing and proper drainage, and we're going to also install a sump pump in here, potentially 1 or 2 sump pumps. But even if there's 1 sump pump, we're going to have a backup with a backup battery as well as a sensor. Because in case in an event that once a new structure is built, someone's living in the basement, and let's just say there's a hydro outage or something else for whatever reason, the pump stops working. If you don't have an alarm or a backup pump, you're going to get this flood in the basement. I can tell you that right now. Like, you will have a flood in the basement based on the soil conditions and the grading conditions in this property. If someone gets a contract to build this for you, they may not even budget the shoring. We've budgeted for the shoring. We've budgeted for the extra hydrovac that's going to potentially take place here. Because after we're done pumping, when we go in to do our footings, Connor, we might have to call that hydrovac company to come in and do some hydrovac suctions. And that's all part of our budget so that our clients are sitting at home comfortably relaxing on the couch. They're not worried about any cost overruns. We're taking care of all of that. This is what happens when you build a house in the bottom of a hill. You're obviously going to get a pool of water. Whenever it rains, all the water trickles down and it goes to the lowest point, and that's this section over here. Contrary to what you guys might be hearing that, okay, everyone's building garden suites, that's not the case. We've been through 3 different properties where clients have the permits, but they've opted not to build a garden suite and just go with the main structure and hold off on the garden suite for maybe later. But this has permits for a double-story garden suite with car parking space for 1 car parking on this side.
We've got ourselves one of our other multiplexes going on. This is 2 fourplexes with 2 garden suites, so a total of 10 units, 8 in the front and then 2 in the back. If you guys want to come inside, we've just started the framing stage. We just finished doing the block wall here, guys. The block wall is going to be continuous all the way from the ground floor all the way through the roof. This acts as our fire separation between the 2 fourplex complexes. It's continuous all the way up. On this, we just have to add on our 2x2 strapping and our drywall. There's no need for any kind of fireproof insulation or any kind of Type X drywall. This will take away those requirements. All right, guys, this block wall is just put up the other day. This was all done by hand here by our bricklayers. They come through, they do each section floor by floor. So we've done here first 10 feet. After this, the carpenters will come back. They'll frame up the walls around, put on the subfloor for the second floor, and then we'll continue to add the block wall on top of that. There's rebar put throughout the entire block, and it's fully filled with mortar, and that way it's nice and sturdy, safe and sound. Back here, guys, we have the other 2 units. So there's 2 garden suites back here that are behind the 8 at the front. Back here, though, we won't have the block wall because it's just the 2-floor units that we have back here. So back here, we'll be doing the backfill. We'll do our subfloors for the first floor, and then it'll just be framing through that through this place right to the top. Now that we've started the framing, guys, we got the block wall going. It usually takes about a week or so to do each floor. So by the end of next month, we should be able to say that we're gonna have the roof on top, and then we'll be doing our internal framing and getting ready to do the rough-ins and getting ready to finish the house.